Alright my fighters, so today we are going to talk about the new version update and all of the new features that we got after it, sorry for not being able to actually cover this day one, because unfortunately I had a very important exam that I needed to do, and therefore I didn't have enough time actually to cover this. Anyways, here we are going to cover it now. But before we start, if you are new here and you want to stay updated with everything new about the Dragon Ball Legends, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell beside it, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button. Now without any further ado, let's just get started. So if we go first to the update announcement, as you can see here we have some of the updates that they are actually giving us, and basically the first one is new language added. Dragon Ball Legends is now playable in Spanish. They are saying that it is playable in Spanish and you can actually change the language to Spanish. Now I don't know if it is basically for everything including the voice lines, or if it is actually just the language of the title and stuff like that. I think that it is going to be just the title and stuff like that. I don't think that they are going actually to bring the voice actors and make them act in Spanish, or basically bring the Spanish voice actors, because that will cost them a lot. So I think that they are going actually to just translate the titles and stuff like that, and basically make it in Spanish, so that Spanish people would be able to play the game easier. Anyways, if you are a Spanish player, now you can actually play the game in your language, which is always nice. Daily free items. A treasure chest that gives out a free item once a day has been added. And yeah, basically the first time you look at it, you would think that since it is actually every day, it won't have anything useful in it. It's going to be just skip tickets, energy, and maybe something like a soul exchange medal, nothing more. But well, guess what? It has actually literally everything in it. It even has 600 Legends Limited Multi-Z power. 600 Legends Limited Multi-Z power. This is just insane. If you actually log in one day and you click on this box and it ends up giving you actually 600 Legends Limited Multi-Z power, then you know that you are actually one of a billion person who is lucky enough to get that. This is just crazy. Like seriously, the rates are going to be dead, that is for sure, because even in an event like the Huipui coins, we saw when they actually implemented the claimability of the 600 Legends Limited Multi-Z power in the event, where you could actually do it multiple times and you have a chance of getting it actually multiple times. We saw that it had a very extremely incredibly low chance of dropping, and I think that it is going to be the same for this one as well. But don't forget, this is actually just a free thing to do, and it is a daily one. It's actually a permanent daily chest that you can actually open, and you will be able to get a reward. So just having it there and having the chance of someday you might actually click on this box and see it in front of you is just amazing. It has even actually 50 erasers in one pool. This is just amazing actually. This is just phenomenal. Yes, the rates are going to be dead, but still, man, seeing them there and having the chance of getting them every day is just insane. So the next one is easier party information. Tapping a tag on a character's detail screen will show other characters with the same tag. This is actually a pretty phenomenal change. This is a very useful one. So now if we enter to the character and we click on a tag of the tags that the character has, it is going to show us the other characters that are from the same tag. That will make it actually much easier for players, especially new players, to actually understand how the tags works and which characters are from the same tag, so that they could actually make a team around that tag in case they need to. Then we have added the option to prioritize party members that work well with your leader when using auto select on the party formation screen. So this is created to work even better with the leader slot, which they actually implemented the last version update, I think. And yeah, basically this is a pretty phenomenal change as well. I don't normally use actually auto select unless it is basically for the Ultra Space Time Rush. Other than that, I don't normally use actually auto select, so basically it's not going to be that useful for me. But I know some people can't actually create a good team because they aren't so experienced with the game. They might be new players or players who doesn't care that much actually about how you build a team and stuff like that. They just want to enjoy the game, and therefore this is going to be actually pretty useful for them. They will just choose a character for the leader slot, the character that they really want to use, and then click on auto select, and it will select actually a team that is perfect for that specific character. And this is just phenomenal, to be honest. Then added a recommended allies feature to make it even easier to form a party. So even if you want actually to form it yourself, you have now a much easier way to form the party and be able actually to form a pretty good party that can be helpful in events and most likely in PvP as well. It's not going to be extremely helpful in PvP. As you can see, they are showing us characters that you don't even have. It's not showing you only the characters that you have, it's going to show you even characters that you don't have, which isn't actually nice, but still it's better than nothing. In case you have the characters, you are going to be able to use them and basically be get it done with this team. So next, added battle style to the equipment filter. That is pretty nice as well. Whichever thing they actually give us for the filter, it's going to be perfect, because the more we can filter the characters around, the better it is, because sometimes we need actually to filter a specific character with other characters that are the same, but we can't because we don't have the filtering feature for it, for that specific tag or style or whatever it is. So now we have actually for the battle style as well, and that is just phenomenal. Then what in my opinion is the biggest change is actually the UI menu of the character screen. And basically, as you can see, they changed it completely. As you can see now, you can see the team in a very different way. It's just much cooler in my opinion. I know that some of you might not like it, and that is completely okay. That's what happens actually every time they implement a change. Some people will like it and some people won't like it. In my opinion, this is actually just phenomenal. Like seriously, look at UI Goku and then look at the other characters on his right. This is just phenomenal, and even your equipments as well are going to be shown, and this is just very, very useful, especially in case you want actually to show your equipments and your team to a person. You can now show it actually in a much easier way and a much cooler way as well. And in case you want to check the equipments that you have on your characters, you don't need to enter the formation, the party formation now in order to see the characters and click on every single character in order to see the equipments on them. Now you can just literally see all of the equipments on all of the characters that you have in the team directly from here. This is actually just incredibly amazing, to be honest. It's super useful and it's super cool as well. Anyways, The next one, some events are now easier to play. In order to make it easier to boost characters, the bonus battles for each element has been adjusted to increase the number of souls that can be obtained. And that isn't the only thing that they did actually. I don't know why they didn't mention it here. They might have mentioned it actually in other adjustments, but they did actually lower the amount of stages that you play. So basically before it was one stage for every single soul boost or basically every single tier of the soul boost from 1 to 7, and basically you could get the one that you played and the one before it from it. However, this time they actually made it only 3 different stages, nothing more, and this is just insanely amazing. So it will be most likely 1, 2, 3, then 4, 5, 6, and then 7, I think. I don't know if it is exactly that. I didn't check actually the tier, but I think that it is going to be something like that, or maybe 1, 2, 3, and then 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, maybe. I don't know. Let me know about it in the comments section below in case you did check it. Then we have other adjustments. Added button to the co-op and raid results screen that returns you back to the matchmaking screen. This is very useful because of the fact that in case you played the match with someone who didn't actually quite make it and you don't want to lose again, instead of going with a rematch, you can actually go to the lobby directly and be able actually to search for a different player. So this is a pretty amazing time saving actually implementation. In order to make it easier to go on lots of adventures, the number of chrono crystals required to haste has been reduced. I didn't check actually how much it has been reduced, but hopefully it has been half of its price. It was actually 20 chrono crystals for every hour before, so hopefully it's now 10 at bare minimum. If it is actually even lower, it would be even better, but I thought they would actually lower it more than 50%, but if they actually lower it 50%, that would be amazing. Then to make it easier to keep track of your job requests, the number you currently have is now displayed with the adventure button on the menu screen. So basically now it's not only showing you the amount of basically adventures that you have used, but also the amount of adventures that are actually left to use. And this is pretty nice as well. It's not extremely useful, but it's actually useful in case someday you want actually to see how many job requests you want. You don't need to enter to the adventure screen and then go to the job requests. Instead, you can just actually see it from the menu, and that is very amazing. Then next we have actually removed the restriction that kept characters from going on adventures and being put in training at the same time. Oh wow, this is actually a phenomenal change, because before, if you actually put the characters in training, you can't put them in adventure, and if you put them in adventure, you can't put them in training, and this is just crazy. Like, I can understand it, a character can't go on adventure and train at the same time, but this is a game. This is a game. So now we can put them actually in both and it will work perfectly. That is just amazing. Then the how to get details for equipment in your possession can now be viewed from the equipment details screen instead of just from character equipment archive. This is actually pretty amazing as well, because that will save a lot of time to actually see where we can get the equipment. After completing the daily missions, the rewards will now be automatically received upon returning to the home screen. Okay, that is interesting. Are you serious? I actually cleared the daily missions today and I returned to the home screen and I didn't receive anything, to be honest. So I don't know if there is a bug in it or something, but it didn't work actually. Plus, once the day missions the daily missions have been completed, recommended missions will now appear on the daily mission screen. This was pretty nice actually. We will see at least what they recommend for us, and basically for the beginners it will be much more useful and easier to see these recommended missions. Then a button linking to the beginner's guide to Legends site has been added. Load times have been improved on the title screen. Added a delete account option to title screen. Why would you why would you add a delete account option to the loading screen, to the title screen? Like, seriously, why? Are you just making it easier to actually delete our accounts? I don't know who would be happy about seeing it easier to delete our accounts. Like, seriously. This is crazy. This isn't actually something useful. In fact, it's something bad, to be honest. Anyways, we have some bugs that they fixed. We aren't going to talk about these because they aren't actually that important. And then we have upcoming updates. The matchmaking rules for players with high battle ranks in rating matches have been adjusted. So this is going to be pretty nice. We will see actually what they will do for it. And it is specifying high battle ranks. So it's not going to be for everybody in PvP, but only high battle ranks. And basically then there is nothing more here. But there is one more change that they had to do actually. They didn't do because they wanted, but because they had to do. And that is basically here in the bug fixes. And as you can see, when collecting mission rewards of Legends Premium missions in bulk, players may fail to receive all the items in the gift box. It gives you actually 2 of the 200 multi-Z power for extreme rarity and 2 of the 200 multi-Z power for sparking rarity, and therefore when you clicked on claim, you couldn't claim it because the maximum limit was actually when. They didn't increase the maximum limit with this. Why? Why didn't you just directly increase the maximum limit? Like, seriously, this is just insanely interesting actually to see. Anyways, as you can see, they actually now increased the maximum limit to 3. So now if you claim the 2, you are going to be able to claim them even if you had actually one before as well. So before, if you didn't have anything, if you tried to claim actually the multi-Z power, you couldn't, just because of the fact that it was actually 2 together and the maximum limit is 1. So basically you just had to leave it there. You couldn't actually you couldn't claim it. This is just insane actually. So basically now you can claim it, and you can actually hold up to 3 of every one of the multi-Z power, actually the 200 multi-Z power at least of the extreme and of the sparking rarity, and that is going to be pretty useful because that is literally 600. So this is basically a whole summon of a character in case you want actually to do it on one of the characters that you get on in the future or the characters that you have right now. Anyways, with that being said, that was everything for today. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so that they can enjoy it too. And if you got any useful information from this video, or if you enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe my channel and turn on the notification bell beside it so that you stay notified with everything new about Dragon Ball Legends. And with that being said, see you as always in the next video of Dragon Ball Legends.